go for the voting, or they just go for a project manager. The project manager comes, and with the project manager, they work under the project manager. So when we were talking about the characteristics of cross-functional teams, in the characteristics of cross-functional team, we have seen that, there should be excellent communication. A leader, if we talk about the characteristics of leader, let's say the characteristics of project manager, how he is going to make his team work. So in cross-functional team, they need excellent communication, clarity, mutual understanding, individual attention, and conflict resolution. Why conflict resolution is important? Here people are coming from different departments. They do not know each other. They have never worked with each other. The people are from the same department. At times, once in a week, once in a month, they do come together. They do come together, and they know each other at least once. They have met with each other. But here, people are from different departments. People doesn't know each other, and at that point of time, it is really very difficult to understand each other, and along with them, make each and every person work together. So yes, the team leader need to be ready with their conflict resolution also. Now, as we can see in this cross-functional team, let's say this is a company XYZ, and companies having 3 departments. One is marketing, one is sales, and one is the development. So they have come up with a project, and in that project, they have hired people from sales department, they have hired people from marketing department, and they have some people from the development department also. That's why it is known as cross-functional team. But here, if we will talk about the functional team will have marketing, project, sales, project, development, project, individual team. So this is basically the cross-functional team. Now, what is the benefit? Now, as you know, we have people from different departments, people from diverse skill set. Do you think it is good for a team to work if we have diverse skill set? Definitely yes. It even saves a lot of time. So if we talk about the example of cross-functional team, so it is formed. The first is business unit and information technology. It is formed to combine IT capabilities and business unit. So that the idea here is to have the same team created, implement, and support requirements, so that they are less likely to slow things down on the part of information technology department. So one of the reasons why we have these different types of team is, people will come together, and what they'll do, they'll have different knowledge. They'll have knowledge from different fields. So it will make their decision quick, and it is not going to slow down their process. That is one of the examples. Second is project team. These are temporary teams formed to complete a certain project. The basic idea is to have a team that could work on completing the whole project to prevent overhead and negative policies or delay that may exist due to large department of organization. Just assume every time you just have to, let's say financial decision is to be taken. You are not aware about the financial status of the company. You're not aware that how much budget is approved. You're not aware about how to minimize your budget, because you all belong from the technical field or marketing field or development field. You're not into the financial field, and you do not have those skill set, that knowledge to work on financial part. So here, if you do not have a person from financial team, then you'll have to approach to the financial team. There, everything will go, they'll check everything, then they'll revert back. It may take quite a long time. Let's say not much, but at least it is going to take a day or two. But on the other hand, if you have the person from financial department right with you, immediately when you are discussing about the financial part, he can immediately check on everything. He can come up with the suggestion. This way, where we were requiring 24 to 48 hours, now that thing was done in just 2 to 3 hours because we were having that skilled person in our project team as well. So that is why it is very important that for certain specific projects which need immediate action, which are time bound, which cannot wait, once they are delayed, the opportunity may be lost from other organization, the growth may be hampered. So in that case, it is important that we go with the cross-functional team. Now, when we talk about the advantages says greater speed of task completion. That's what we have seen. When we have the person from different department in the team, they have the knowledge about the department. So they can quickly work together, they can quickly find the solution, and the task can be done immediately, that can be completed immediately. Let's say we are talking about setting the budget. A financial person is good in setting the budget. He can immediately set the budget by considering from where he can get the benefit. If we talk about the production department, the production department person who is there in the team can immediately tell that what is the highest production quantity which we can produce in a day. So the production capacity, all those things can immediately be told. Now, if marketing person is there, he can immediately say that this is the expense, this is the budget I need for marketing the product, and this is a strategy which I'll be using to market the product. Now, here in production and marketing department persons are working together. The production department may advise the person that these are the benefits, these are the special things which can gain the attention of other person. So this way, each and every department will be there to help each other and to come up with the best solution. You know, people from different skills, when these skills combine together, always they give better and best results. Second is can handle a wide array of projects. Now here, this cross-functional team are not limited to any specific kind of project. They can handle a wide array. They can handle lot of different types of projects because these teams have experts from all the different departments. Source of unconventional idea. Yes, this is the best source of getting the unconventional idea, bringing the idea in the team. Innovation and experimentation. They work on innovating the things, experimenting the things. You know, in different ingredients. Let's say these people from different departments are the different ingredients. When we combine these ingredients together, don't you think we can get something different, something innovative, even in the food dish? Same way, when these different skill sets, different people from different skills come together, work together, they are definitely going to deliver the best results. The innovation will be there. They'll innovate the thing. They will just give something which is unexpected. Next is learn new tools. Yes, and people will be there from different departments. They are working together, so definitely they are going to learn lot of things from each other. So basically, it will help them to learn new tools. Foster strong team relation. It is going to foster the strong team relation. How it is going to foster the strong team relation? Because now when the people will be working on specific project, they'll be working together. So yes, they'll be moving towards the direction which gives them the best and the better results. Now, what are the disadvantages? We all know everything. If they have the advantages, disadvantages are going to be there by default. So if we talk about disadvantages of cross-functional team, the first disadvantage is it takes a lot of time to develop cohesion. Now, if I talk about what is cohesion, we have read this. We have been talking about this term many times when we were doing the business communication also. So cohesion basically means united, bringing the team together, united as a whole. So yes, it takes a lot of time to develop that cohesion, to develop that unity among the team members, The reason is people are from different departments, they do not know each other. So basically, when they come together for a project, earlier some time has to be given to them where they can build that bond, they can come close to each other, they can develop understanding, coordination amongst each other, and then only they can deliver the best results. So yes, in that process where you have to develop the unity, where you have to develop the team building motivation, where you have to make them work together, where they just get motivated to work with each other, making them accountable for the act which is done by the team, making them understand that yes, we are working as a team. It may take a longer duration. Next is management can prove to be challenging. Yes, there are going to be a lot of challenges, as we have discussed that here decision making is again a challenge. So either project manager can be appointed, or it can be on basis of the voting done by voting favoring the which is being favored by the majority of the people. So yes, management is quite a challenging task when it comes to cross-functional team. Diversity can cause conflict. Now, people from different backgrounds thinks in a different way. Let's say a person from production department and the person from marketing department. For production department, he may think that these are the things which should be highlighted when we are promoting a product to the customer. But marketing management will think that no, this is the current marketing strategy which is running, and people are being attracted towards this marketing strategy. So they may have conflict regarding that, because both think that yes, being a production person, I know what things are important, what should be highlighted to the customers, and being a marketing person, I know how to market the project. So that way, there are chances that there might be lot of conflicts which might occur in the team. Misaligned goals and priorities. Yes, a person from financial department will have entire different goals, different priorities. Same way, a person from the production department will have its different goals, different priorities. And now how you have to align those priorities, how you have to align those goals is a challenge. So yes, there are misaligned goals and priorities, but yes, if the leader is smart enough, he can prioritize, he can align those individual goals and priority with each other's goal and with the goal of the organization. Lack of trust, yes, as in the first point we have discussed, that people takes time to develop that unity, so it will lack trust. People do not know each other, and when we do not know each other, when the strangers are there, we all are the strangers, that time it is very difficult to build the trust. So yes, lack of trust is there, lack of communication is there, and high expectation. Each and every person is going to set high expectation with each other, which again is going to be a challenge, like how to meet those high expectations set by the individual. So basically, these are the disadvantages of the cross-functional team. Now, if we talk about the broader perspective, then the major disadvantage is the expectation, how to meet the expectation of each other, how to align the goals and priorities of the individual, and how to build that unity in the team members. So these three are the major challenges which a person will have to face when they will be working with the cross-functional team. Now, next is, what are the steps required for establishing a cross-functional team? Now, how you can establish a cross-functional team? When we talk about these steps, the first step is identify the skills needed. Without knowing which all skills you need, which all skills are needed, you cannot establish a cross-functional team, right? So to know, to create, to build a cross-functional team, the first and foremost step which you have to keep in mind is you have to identify the skills needed. As soon as you get the project in your hand, you have to identify that which all skilled persons are needed to complete the project. Let's say we need person from financial department, we need a person from marketing department, we need a person from production department. We need those skills. You just have to finalize that. Once that is done, you have to find a leader. A leader here need to be very effective, who is having lot of qualities, because he has to manage the people from different departments, different skill set, having different goals. So here you have to check a leader. You have to find a leader who has excellent communication, who know about the organization thoroughly, and even the organization, the people in the organization also knows him. He is very clear. He has the clarity of the views. He has the clarity of the thoughts. He is a person who can pay individual attention to each and every person and is good in solving the conflicts. So person with all these qualities will be the right choice to be the leader of the cross-functional team, because a cross-functional team need to give their best, need to deliver their best, because if they are unable to do the best, if they are unable to deliver the best, it is ultimately going to affect the organization only. So when we talk about having a leader, you need to be very selective by selecting a leader, or else you have the other option. You can go with the decision making, find the majority, and then finalize a leader for the team. Third step is clearly define goals. Now, for what the people are working, what are the Z goals? For that, there need to be clarity in their goals. Goals, all the people in the organization should be on the same platform. Everyone should know that these are the goals which are being set, and for these goals we will be working. So there should be clearly defined goals, bringing everyone on the same page, making them understand the goal for which they'll be working will be very beneficial to make them move in the direction of achieving the goal. Next point says set a clear budget. Budget should also be clear, so that there are no confusion, no arguments related to the budget which is to be set. So make sure you set the clear budget which will be allocated towards the project, and along with that, if possible, just divide the budget into different departments also, that this is the budget which is approved for the project, and from this budget this much, the portion, dividing the portion with each and every department will give them more clarity and will avoid the conflicts in the team, because people will already be aware about what's the budget which will be given, which will be allocated for this specific department. So they'll be working accordingly. They'll be making their planning. They'll be doing the planning as per the budget which has been allocated. Create project schedule. Now, when we talk about project schedule, how to create a project schedule? How you can create a project schedule? Now, see, project schedule is very important. If you do not have the project schedule, You cannot achieve the set goals of the organization, and the purpose for which the team is created will be of no use. So if we talk about creating a project schedule, so this project schedule basically involves 7 steps. First, which we have right now done, that is clearly define the goal. So first have the project goal, that what are the project goals for what we are working. Once the project goal is defined, identify which all skill set is there, then getting all those skill set together. Then you have to set the final deadline. You have to set the deadline, that by which deadline the project should be completed. By which date the project has to be completed, because without the deadline, you cannot get the desired result. You cannot deliver the result. Once the deadline has been done, list each step or task. Make sure you are listing the steps, you are listing the task. These are the steps. This individual is responsible for this task. Every individual with their assigned tasks, roles, responsibility, so that they have the clarity of what they are supposed to do. Assign a team member responsible for each task. Now here you have to assign a team member. One team member will be assigned who will be responsible for each task, so that they pay full and proper attention towards finishing that thing. You know, the responsibilities are not clear. One day person is doing something, second day person is doing something. This way it is going to create a lot of confusion, and people won't be able to do the work thoroughly. Let's say today I was working with the market. I was working on the marketing strategy. Tomorrow I shifted to the production team. Now, what I did yesterday in the marketing, that carries zero value, because no one knows. Now the person who will be starting again will again start from zero. So let's say the entire one day, that those 9 hours, the working of those 9 hours give zero value. When you will have the assigned roles and duties, it will become easy for you to work according to that and to take the charge of your action. Next thing to create project schedule is, it's better if you work backward to set due dates for each task. Let's say due date is 20th of October. Now just think that these are the things which are to be done. This is the last step. This will take these many days. So start working backwards. Start allocating the time from the last step, and then think that how much time you'll get for the first step, so that you can finish the task within the time. And organize your project schedule in one tool and share it with your team. Now, creating the project schedule is not the only task. Along with that, you have to use any of the tools where you can go with the regular updation of the project, regular updation of the details of the project, that okay, these things are done, these things will be done in that way. So organize your project schedule in one tool and share it with your team. So create project schedule, share it with your team, so that regularly people can update. The same tool can be used to update each and every step, that okay, this is what is done, this is what it is done, and where we have reached, so that we can measure the success, we can measure the progress of the project also. And the last step is establish line of communication. How we are going to communicate with each other. Nowadays, this line of communication is very important, because we know that most of the people, most of the teams are working from home, and they are working from different geographical location. When people are working from home and people are working from different geographical location, you know, there need to be set channel, established line, which they are going to follow to communicate with each other. Let's say they have the channel like for immediate communication. We are going to use WhatsApp, we are going to call each other. For regular meeting, we are going to use Zoom, we are going to use Google Meet, we are going to use Jitsi, whatever software you feel is comfortable, is safe. So this way, you have to use different tools, and that should be clear that for which communication, for which thing, which mode of communication you are going to use. That should also be very much clear. These are the steps which are required for establishing a cross-functional team. Now, what are the ways by which you can improve cross-functional team collaboration? As we all know, people are from different background, and we have already discussed that it is very difficult to bring them together. So what are the ways which you can use to improve that cross-functional team collaboration? The first thing is collaboration requires diversity and inclusion. Make sure your collaboration has the diversity, it has the inclusion of all the basic requirements. Act as a bridge across culture. You have to act as a bridge across the culture, where you are considering all the culture together, and then you are working. You are coming to a solution which is a mixture, which has been acceptable by all the people from all different cultures. Bring people together to create mutual understanding. You have to make sure that you are bringing the people together to create that mutual understanding among team members. Until and unless that mutual understanding is not there, people are not going to deliver their best result. Without mutual understanding, it is very difficult to work together for a common goal. So here, before making them, even if you are delayed by one day in starting the project, that is okay. If you take an extra day, to build that understanding, to build that mutual bonding, to bring that cooperation in the team, even if the project is delayed by one day, starting the project is delayed by one day, that is going to be more effective than immediately starting the project where the people are even not, they are not aware about each other. They do not know anything about each other. They are just working separately, individually towards the goal of that project. Give employees opportunity to develop new roles and experience. Now, yes, leader is important. You have to have a leader or the project management, but along with that, make sure that you are giving the opportunity to the employees to create their own new roles, to do the new experiences, so that we can get the best result. The only ultimate aim of creating the team, the ultimate aim of getting the result is we just want that the project should be accomplished properly. Empower people to ask questions. Now, empower the people to ask questions. The more they will ask the question, the more innovative, the more new solution, the more new best ways of working are going to be there. So make sure you are empowering the employees. You are asking the employees to ask more questions and to come up with their suggestion, to come up with their feedback. Help employees develop empathy. Yes, empathy in the team, again, understanding, empathy, mutual trust, all these things are very important when you want your cross-functional team to collaborate with each other and to work effectively and efficiently with each other. Encourage employees networking and relationship across the organization. Now see, one way by which you can make your cross-functional team collaborate is, just have some events, some programs where people across the organization are coming together, they are building their relations, they are knowing each other, because that is very important when you are going to create a cross-functional team. It will help you to build that understanding quite fast, because now people are not strangers to each other. They know, they have met at least once in a year or twice a year. They have met each other. They know each other's face. It is not a sudden surprise which we are getting that, oh, these people are also working in our organization. That should not be done. So encourage employees networking and relationship across the organization and encouraging healthy interaction. You have to avoid the interaction which creates disturbance in the organization. You have to avoid the interaction which is changed to conflict, disagreement, but healthy interaction where people are coming up with these suggestions, where people are coming up with the solutions, where people are creating something new, they are trying to experience new things. When the discussion is in that way and you're seeing that these discussions are delivering more better result, more good result, it is good to encourage that healthy interaction. Being a leader, being a team member, you have to make sure that you encourage healthy and good interaction among the team members, by which you get to know best results. You get, you know, the people deliver best result on, and for that communication need to be very effective and the discussion need to be there. The more the people discuss, the more new ideas are going to be there, the more new creative ways of doing the project, creative ways of doing the things will be seen when people will be discussing. We all know the more we talk, the more we get the idea. So these are the ways by which you can improve the cross-functional team. Now in the next session, we will be discussing about the importance of cross-functional team, and then we will start with the metrics team. The third type of team is the metrics team, and then we will be discussing about the contract team. So basically there are 4 different types of team when we talk about the different types of team on basis of project team. Now, if you remember in the beginning of the session, I said a quotation. The quotation was that coming together is the beginning, keeping together is the progress, and working together is the success. You know, it is rightly said that unity is strength. Single person cannot build a big empire. He needs the support of the individual. He needs the teamwork of the people. He needs the trust of the people. Not just the people in the organization, it is outside the organization which helps an organization, which helps a person to build his empire. We are not a team because we work together. We are a team because, you know, working together doesn't make a team. We are a team because we respect, we trust, and we care for each other, and that is known as a team. A team is not something which you can say that people are working together, but they're not standing by each other's side. They are never supporting each other. No, team is the one who always stand by each other's side, who takes the mutual accountability of the work done, because it is the mutual effort. It was the mutual work which was done by the team, not the individual work which was being done by the team. So we are not a team because we work together, but we are a team because we trust, we care, and we stand for each other. And that is why we are known as a team. So with this, we have come to the end of this session of team building. Now, next 10 minutes, we are going to start with the second session of the day, that is work-life balance. Thank you.